So the last GWBasic video I did was on a harness horse racing game. This one here is a much simpler program, a slot machine game that I made a while back. And you see here it says Slot Machine 2. Once I had the basic engine finished, I did a bunch of different versions with different payoffs and I believe different graphics. I'm not sure. I'll have to check that out in another video. But anyway, the one I chose for this video is number 2. And, well, it started off spinning the reels. I didn't do that. I didn't click on that. So that wasn't a real spin. It didn't, that would have been a win, actually, if it would have counted, but that was just the opening screen, I guess. So, yeah, I started with 500 credits here, and it looks like it's already bet 1 for me automatically. If I remember correctly, it bets 1 every time, and if I want to bet more, I could click on this, bet 1, and yeah, I can just click on this to do the max bet. There's actually only, like I said, this game is much simpler than the harness racing game in the last video. There's actually only 4 things you can click on here: spin, bet 1, max bet, and quit. And that's it. The cursor just keeps cycling through those, so it's a lot easier to program. Yeah, it was a while ago when I made this. I don't remember exactly how long it took to make the first version, but I think the first one, it probably took a couple weeks, and then once I had the basic engine made, I think each version after that took a few hours. The harness racing game in the last program, I had no help with it at all. I'm sorry, in the last video, I had no help with it all other than play testing, but no programming help. I think that one took about more than a year to make. And this was just very simple compared to it. So let's just do a spin here real quick so you can see what it does. So this is the pay line right here. These 2 reels were blank, nothing. I did get this one object on the first line, but you need 3 of them to get any kind of payoff. So these are the higher jackpot payoffs, and to collect on them, you need, on the pay line, you need 3 in a row, which is pretty hard to do from what I remember. But these 2 objects here, if you just get 1, it pays off, and it doesn't, it can be in any order. If you get 1 on the 3rd reel and nothing here, it pays. Yeah, 1 of this would pay 2, as you can see, and 2 of them would pay 5, and 2 of them, it doesn't matter which of the 3 pay lines they're on. So the last spin I bet, yeah, it looks like it did it again. I bet 1, and it's bet 1 automatically for me again. So let's do max bet. I think max bet's 10, but I'm not really sure. Let's see what max bet is. And, well, it spun it automatically. I kind of forgot it was going to do that, but I guess that's what slot machines, I think the real slot machines and real casinos, I think they do that. I think if you click on max bet, you don't have to click spin after it. I think they just spin automatically. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But, well, the objects that we only need 1 of to collect on our bet, we didn't get any of them. There's some on the screen there, but not on the pay line, and we didn't even, well, I was going to say we didn't even come close to getting any of the jackpots, but there's 2 of them, and it's almost lined up. So let's just bet 1 and spin again. So if anyone's interested, at the end of this video, I'm going to list the program. I'm going to show everything. For some people that might be boring, but if anyone who's interested in it, I am going to show the whole listing. So nothing again. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. It doesn't. This is all this game really does. It doesn't do much else than what you've already seen here. I'm about ready to end this, except I want to have at least one win before I end this video here. Oh, those two were close. It wouldn't have mattered. We didn't get anything on the. It wasn't nowhere on the screen was this object, so there's no chance of getting 3 in a row. But had this gone down one more, we would at least got our money back. Would have paid 1. Yeah, and it would have paid 1. I'm saying. So it says credits here. What is 1? I don't know. I guess you can. Keeps track of your credits won or lost here, but it doesn't say what the credits are. I guess you could consider them dollars or pennies or $100 bills or whatever. I don't know. I guess I left that for the player to decide for themselves. Can we get a win here? Oh, yeah, so that's something interesting right there. I hope before this video ends, what I'm wondering is, if one of those had landed on the pay line, it would have paid 1, and had that landed on the pay line, it would have paid 2. So, will this machine do 2 payouts? What if they had both landed on the pay line? Would I get 2 for that and 1 for that? Would it have paid 3? I believe it would, but I don't really remember. I'm not sure. Hopefully before I end this soon, that'll happen. If that doesn't happen, at least we got to get 1 win. Oh, that was so close to this one. So, yeah, I want to test one thing. I clicked on max bet and it spun automatically. What if I bet max bet, but not by clicking on max bet? I bet by adding 1 coin at a time, or $1, whatever this is. Yeah, so I am going to test that out, but I just noticed while I'm betting, you may have noticed the payoffs are going up over here with each coin I bet. So yeah, it's multiplying the payoffs. So I got 4 coins in. The jackpot is 1,000. It was 250 when I had 1 coin in. So at 10 coins, the max would be 2,500. I'm just wondering that out loud because most slot machines, when you put the max bet in, the big jackpot pays a bonus. So, doing the math, it was 250 with 1 coin. With 10 coins, it should be 2,500. But having said that, most slot machines would pay more with max in than the math says they should. So 2,500. Let's see if it pays more than that. If there's a bonus for max coins in. Okay, no, there's not. It did not pay any. There's no bonus payout for using max coins. And to answer my other question, I did not click spin. It did spin automatically when I put the 10th coin in. And oh wow, so many things. That almost lined up. That almost did. That did. So close to so much stuff, but nothing. And I had max in that time too. Maybe the reels will stay lined up for this next spin. No. Okay, down 28 credits here. Alright, so this game doesn't really do anything else. I just want to show a win or two before I end this and show the program. And we did get a win right there. Well, if you can call it a win. Got one of these. It's not really a win. I got back the 1 credit that I bet, so I broke even on that spin. That's the best spin so far as a break-even spin. That's not too good. But I guess that's kind of realistic. I guess that's how it goes in the real casinos. You don't win too much. Alright, well that's the first real win. One of those pays 2. If just one more of these could have landed on the pay line, I would have got 5. Oh yeah, one more thing here I guess I should mention. You can see I'm running this in DOSBox here. This computer's Windows 10, and these GWBasic programs will not run on Windows 10 without DOSBox. Another 2. And then even with DOSBox, I found that depending on the program I'm running, I have to change the settings all the time. You can see CPU speed 80,000 cycles. I had it set for the last video where I did the harness racing game. I had it set on max cycles. That's what I needed to get the harness racing game to run. Anything less than max, it would not run. But this one on max, it was so fast you couldn't even see what was happening. So I slowed it down to 4,000 cycles, and then at 4,000 it ran so slow it was barely moving. Let's see, you can see one spin here. I don't know, it takes 5 seconds or so. When I had it on 4,000 cycles, those three almost lined up. When I had it on 4,000 cycles, it was, taking like 30 seconds for a spin, which was not the way the game was intended to be, and it was super boring. So I speeded up from 4,000 to 40,000, and it was better, obviously, on 40,000, but it still seemed kind of slow, so I sped it up to 80,000 cycles, and it seems, from what I remember, it seems like how I intended the game to run. The real speed seems about correct, but also when the cycles aren't set right, the sounds all sound funny. There's only 3 sounds in this game, I think. I was going to say when you move the cursor. Actually, I didn't put any sound in for the cursor. So there's 3 sounds, or 2 sounds then, I think, when you win or lose. And when the cycles are not set right, the sounds don't sound right. So at 80,000 cycles, it sounds the way I remember this game sounding. Okay, there is 3 sounds: the win sound, the lose sound, and then I noticed it was making another sound each time a reel stopped. Oh, and there's a 4th sound that made a different sound when I spun the reels. Okay. Oh, those 2 almost hit there. Alright, well, that's all this game does. It's pretty simple, like I said. It doesn't do much else. I'm going to do 1 max bet to try to get my 31 credits back that I lost. 1 max bet, and then I'm going to get out of here. And I'm going to, after this max bet, I'm going to list the program if anyone's interested in seeing. Here we go. We need 40, pay for 40 credits. Get that one. Oh, we got that one. Alright, we're going to end this session down 21 credits, even though I got paid 20 on that one. We're down 21 credits. I'm going to go to the program now. I'll just list it. I can't fit all the lines on the screen, so I'm going to list it one section at a time. Quit. I'm going to list it 200 lines at a time, and then they'll all fit on the screen. Nothing will be missing. Nothing will get cut off, I mean, that way. This looks like drawing a bunch of graphics here. Probably the objects that spin around. Yeah, and you can see it's printing the words to the screen for the user to read. And we're at line 600 now. At 4,000 is or 3,999 is the last line here. So there's more graphics here, and then this is so these remarks here. So in the future, I would know what these graphics were drawing, but I actually don't remember what that remark means. I don't know why it would be drawing a 1, a 5, or 7. Why would it be drawing a number? I don't remember what that means, actually. I did it one time, obviously. And we're just in the middle of the graphics section. I don't know what it's drawing here, but probably the slot machine. It's just all graphics at this section of the program. more of that continuing. Okay, whatever was drawing, it looks like it's done and moving into something else. Not really sure what this is doing here, but you can see this one line with a remark on it. This is where the program comes to when it starts a spin. So yeah, so I guess this must be the location of the graphics, and it's adding one each spin, one pixel, moving it downward on the screen since the reels spin downward. I assume that's what's going on here. Yeah, more of that, adding one to everything. So it's this screen is moving the graphics down one pixel on the screen. Continuing what we saw on the last screen, just more of it. And this is setting the x coordinates of something. I don't know what it is. Setting x coordinates of something back to 0, and something equals 2, it sets it back to 0. I don't know, maybe that's when it gets to the bottom of the graphic, gets to the bottom of the screen, maybe it puts it back to the top of the reels or something like that. I don't know. That's probably not what it is. I don't know. Not sure what we're looking at right here. Well, here's some kind of sound. Like I said, while we were playing the game, there's only 4 sounds. Can't tell by looking at that what it is. Probably spinning the reels or something. It's not a very complex sound, so I don't think it could be the win sound or the lose sound. I don't really remember what we're looking at here yet. Yeah, I don't know what that is. And continuing more of that last screen, which I just said I don't know what it is. But right here, this is the payouts. You know, R1, R2, R3, that's, I remember that stands for reel 1, reel 2, reel 3. And it's just saying if reel 1 equals 1 and reel 2 equals this and reel 3 equals this, then pay the person that much. So that's where all the payoffs are. If I wanted to make another version of the slot machine with the same graphics with different payoffs, I would just come here and change the numbers in these payoff lines and be a different slot machine. So we're at 3,000 here. There's only 4,000 in the program, so we're nearing the end. And there's just more payoffs than I thought. Wow, that's a lot of payoffs. Just, yeah, more this pay here. This is the variable that stores what you should pay the player for that particular spin. Okay, the payoffs end, and this is some sound. It's a little more complicated than the last sound, so it's either the win or the lose pay. If pay is greater than 0, yeah, okay, if pay is less than 400, go to 3204. I don't really understand that. I thought this less than 400, that means it's skipping over this sound section if the payout's less than 400. So I guess it's only making this sound if it's a jackpot or something. Well, we didn't hear that when we were playing. I didn't remember there was a different sound for the jackpot, but if I'm understanding this correctly, that's what it looks like is going on here. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't remember this program. And here's it's drawing the cursor, location, which was just a red box. And like I said, while we were playing the game, there's only 4 locations. for the cursor. A very simple program. The cursor can be on spin, quit, bet 1, or max bet. Yeah, and here it is, 4 locations. If the cursor is on location 4, do this. 3, do that. 1 and 2. And that's it. That's all there is for the cursor. And it looks like this is just printing how much credits you have. Yeah, I mean, on the game when we were playing, it was calling it credits, not dollars or cash, but looks like the variable to store it is cash. And we're at 3,400. Let's minus 3,600. Okay, earlier, yeah, we saw where I could change the payouts to basically make a different slot machine. So this shows what the payouts are on the screen. This doesn't affect the payoffs. No matter what these numbers are, the payoffs are going to be what it said earlier. But this is what's going to show on the screen. So if you change the payoffs, you need to change this number so that the player gets paid. This shows what they're supposed to get paid. So this needs to match. This is the on-screen numbers. And if you change the payoffs, you need to change this to match what the program's paying out. So we've got 2 more screens of program here. I guess this is a lot of what to do if you're quitting the game, I think, or starting a new game. And the last screen, this minus 4,000. I don't really know what this is. Okay, so yeah, here's one more thing I just reminded of. I don't know if other programmers do that. Every program I make, the very last line, I put the name of the program just so, when I say the name of the program, not like what I would call it if I put it on YouTube or if I was talking to somebody, but I mean this is the file name that it's saved under. And yeah, I always did that so I wouldn't forget the name of the file name. Well, that's it. That's simple program, and we'll see you. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, this was like I said, this was Slot Machine 2, so maybe we'll do a video on some of the other versions. I haven't looked at them yet, so I know the payoffs are different. I don't remember if the graphics are any different or not, but maybe we'll check them out and put a video up or 2 of that. See ya.
That's all, folks.
Pe curând!